Do you have any place to stay tonight? Don't you dare lie to me.
Micheal Oher's incredible journey was chronicled in the inspiring hit movie The Blind Side, but you haven't heard the real story until now. Please welcome the author of I Beat the Odds, Micheal Oher. Truly was wrapping their arms around you after seeing The Blind Side. Sandra Bullock won the Oscar. The Tuohys were interviewed. They actually came in our audience when we talked about the film. And I think everyone was really looking for you. And not hard to hide, right? You're a big, strong guy. And everyone was wondering where you were during the film. And I think maybe falsely presumed that you weren't supportive of the message of the film. Can you set the record straight?
It was a great film. I really enjoyed every minute of it, and I was just focused on football. I'm a football player first, and I enjoyed everything about it. It sent out a great message, and I enjoyed it.
It's good to know. So you worked in one field.
Yes, I did. You said about the movie that parts of it were inaccurate, like the fact that you hadn't played football where you'd had played football all your life, but most of it was true. But there was so much of your life before that. That's just so, when you read this book, you think, how did you possibly ever make it? I mean, you had a mother whom you loved, but who was a dope addict, crack cocaine, often just disappeared, 12 siblings, no place to sleep, no security, and you grow up to be this amazing guy. You said you always knew you'd be okay. How'd you know?
Well, I always had an inner drive deep inside, and, I really didn't necessarily have to play football. I could have been a garbage man, anything like that, as long as I, had a decent roof over my head and
but you didn't.
able to, I didn't have those things, but, watching, Michael Jordan way back, and I think he gave me a little bit, a little bit of drive, and, I didn't have any role models. I went to school on my own growing up, and, I think, watching him, he gave me hope,
That's nice.
That's
you
wonderful.
See, a good role model is important, I think.
Yeah, sometimes I say I'm not a role model, but
it works when they're good. But when you were growing up, you did not like the foster care system because they would separate the siblings, right?
I mean, they were great. I mean, I didn't understand it at the time. I understand it now.
So now you have a different position.
It's very positive, and kids need them. And
how many foster homes were you in?
Probably about 4 or 5, and I ran away because I wanted to be with my family. That's all I knew, and that's all I had, and you don't want to be taken away. So.
And you can talk about that too. You had 12 siblings, right?
12
and when they'd come knocking on the door at your house, you'd sort of scatter, right?
Yeah, we had to run. One incident, we had to leave my younger brothers and sisters behind, and the older ones got away, and that was heartbreaking right there, and it took them away for a long time. But those are the things we had to do.
Right. Do you have relationships with them now?
Yeah, I talk to them all the time, and we have good relationships, and we keep in touch.
Let me ask you, because the film kind of, some folks were kind of annoyed because they were like, okay, here come the rich white people taking care of the black kid, and they're bringing him up. What'd you think of that? Did you feel that's the way it came off?
That's the way it can look, and that's the way America is. But I can tell you, the two is my family, and they meant nothing but the best, and they loved me, and it was nothing like that. That's the way it looked. But for them to take me in from the side of town I was on, and them to put them into my home, it's it's unbelievable. It really doesn't happen. It's 0 out of a billion chances. So.
Do you still see them?
I talk to them every day. Leanne texts me all the time.
Robert mentioned that your mother was a crack cocaine addict and apparently had a lot of trouble. You were growing up, you had 12 kids she was dealing with. Do you see her? Are you friends with your mother now?
We don't have the same relationship that we once had, and I've been trying to help her for so long, and hopefully we get that bond back that we once had, and she get on the right track, and we get the one where we once were.
Are you having any success with that?
She's trying hard, and I think it's it's going to turn out to be positive.
Okay. Good luck.
When we watched the film, I think everyone was kind of wondering which parts were accurate, which parts weren't, because your story is so incredible. The scene that was showed coming in when Leanne finds you, or your character on the side of the road walking, looking for a place to sleep. Was that accurate? Is that what really happened?
It didn't really happen like that. You know, I was, you know, coming from the gym one day, and they saw me, took me to the bus stop, and I caught the bus home. You know, we had relationships before that, and you know, it gradually moved into their home, and they took me in, and you know, it was, you know, not a dull moment from day one. We just bonded right off. So yeah.
What was the hardest part about writing this book? Because this couldn't have been easy to have to relive everything and all over again and decide that you were going to tell the story as it happened.
Yeah, it was kind of hard, you know, knowing that you know, I've been through, you know, a lot of tough times, but you know, I knew, you know, I got thousands of letters from so many kids, and you know, people just telling me how I inspired them, and you know that I'm a role model, and people look up to me, and you know, if it's going to change a lot of lives, I'll do it, you know.
And you give credit to the Tuohys, obviously, for, you know, your journey, but there's so many others that really helped you along the way that you mentioned here, too.
You know, a lot of different people, you know, when I went out to Broadcrest, you know, my tutor, Miss Sue, you know, without her, I really wouldn't, you know, be here.
That part was true.
We spent a ton of hours together.
True too.
And you were always pretty accurate.
Yes, we spent a ton of hours at the dinner table together. She got me through my high school years. So, yeah.
What do you want, you've written this book also, to try to help others. You said you get thousands of letters. What do you most want young people, a lot of them struggling, as you were?
That they, you know, really, you know, they see my story, they, you know, feel that you need, you know, a ton of help. And you do need some help, but, you know, it is possible to do it on your own. And, you know, if you want to do it, you know, it wasn't too hard. But you need mentors and, you know, positive people in your life, and just surround yourself with a, you know, positive circle, and, you know, just want to do the right thing. It is hard, you know, coming where I came from. I never had, you know, saw anything like that, so it was tough for me, and it is tough.
But you're a tremendous success story. Look at you.
It's very rare, and, you know, just hard work and in the long run.
Yeah. A good heart, incredible drive, and it's obviously working for you.